This is an important question for the NBA. Are the San Antonio Spurs the best team in the league? Like, honestly, because the way that is looking right now, they are. But the thing is, they just dropped 2 games, back to back games, after beating the best team in the league 3 times in a row in a 2 week stretch, while also going off on a nice little win streak. Then they lost to the Utah Jazz, who have been playing very well as of late, so I will give them their credit. Then they lost to the Cavs, who have been struggling and have been very inconsistent, so that's okay as well. But you can't call the Thunder the best team in the league because they lost to the same team 3 times in a row. So I think we have a dilemma. Is the best team in the league the Nuggets? Is it the Knicks? Is it the Rockets? Is it the Pistons, the Lakers? Like there's the Timberwolves. There's a lot of teams that are gunning for that number one spot because nobody definitely has it. And with Jokic gone for 4 weeks at least, the Nuggets are gonna fall off. And I don't want them to, but if you look at Jokic's impact on the floor, point swings, just in general, they're gonna hurt without him. That's very simple. It's not gonna be a good look for them. So the Western Conference is wide open. The league is wide open. We thought the East was wide open. The league is wide open. Really, really think about the top teams in the league. Spurs, they're still kind of shaky. Like I said, lost back-to-back games. OKC, shaky. They can't beat the Spurs. Nuggets just lost their best guy. Rockets, they're inconsistent. Lakers, no defense. Pistons, inconsistent. Don't really have a very consistent offense. Knicks, also inconsistent at times, but still can show that they're the best team in the league in certain stretches. They did win the NBA Cup. So, like, a lot of teams have something to play for. A lot of teams can say that they're the best. A lot of teams can, and that's rare. Usually, it's just 1 or 2 teams that can really say it. A couple teams can say that they're the best team in the league right now, and definitely fully healthy and just where they need to be. Potentially, because remember, we're not even halfway through the season. We still have a long way to go. We're not even at All Star weekend. But for the Spurs, I mean, as long as they got Wemby, I mean, they have a very strong chance. Which is weird though, because the last 2 games, Wemby was the leading scorer for the Spurs, and they lost them. If you look at the games where he wasn't the leading scorer, the stretches they went on, even when they beat OKC, Wemby was having around 15 to 24 points in that area. Fox, Castle, those were the guys that were really scoring in abundance, and they weren't in the last 2 losses, they weren't scoring as much as I'm pretty sure they would have hoped. Because when it comes down to it, the Spurs have 7 guys averaging double figures. 7. Fox is averaging around 21. Wemby is averaging 24. Then you got Castle, Vassell, Barnes, Champetti. And that brings me to Stefan. Stefan, he's going to take a very big leap again. Like, that's the scary part. His numbers now are already very solid, averaging around 18, 19 points. Very all around guy, two-way demon. Defense is impeccable. And his ceiling is pretty darn high. Like, when we're talking about the best two-way players in the league, that's his ceiling. His ceiling is very, very high amongst those guys. You name him, he's up there with them, potentially. And this isn't his best. This isn't his best. But again, when Wemby was gone, when he was gone for that little stretch because he was hurt, who was holding it down when they went, what, 7-3 while he was gone? It was Castle, Fox, and Vassell. Those were the guys holding it down scoring wise. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody was doing their parts. Keldon has been coming in clutch as of late. I don't know what got into Keldon, but his confidence level is through the roof, and they need it. They need it. Cornette, he's very solid. A lot of guys are very solid for that team. Barnes, Harrison Barnes needs to get more credit. When we talk about longevity, this old man is out here hooping, giving, and dropping buckets. It's amazing. Go look at some Harrison Barnes clips. Trust me, you're gonna be like, whoa, why is he moving like that? It's great to see. But that just brings me to the concerns of the team. Because when you look at the team in general, yes, they have a lot of guys, but they don't have a lot of vets. The vets they have, Fox and Barnes. Fox doesn't have too much playoff experience. Barnes, he was with the Warriors, so he has a lot of playoff experience. But outside of that, I don't want to put the Thunder tag on them that they're too young because I hate that. All last year, that's all people were saying about the Thunder. Oh, they're too young. They're not ready. They're not ready. Then smacked everybody in the West and then won in game 7. I mean, call what you want. They still got to the finals. And I'm tired of the too young thing because it's not about that. It's about the team you have and can they perform. Now, I think the San Antonio Spurs can perform, but I don't know if everybody can perform. And that includes Wemby. I'm not saying Wemby isn't clutch because we've seen enough from Wemby to know that any given night he can put up 35, 15, 7 and 7 blocks with 4 steals. Any given night, he could potentially drop that. And I'm not even exaggerating. Any given night, that's a potential game for him. But his mindset, I wouldn't even say mindset, shot IQ, it's definitely changed a lot, but still takes a while. Still needs to get there. He's still not at that point where it's like, dang, every time he touches the ball, shit. Like, he's bound to get a bucket. And he's not inefficient or anything, but he's just not at that point yet. He's scary. And he's going to continue to get scary and scarier. But he's not at that point offensively yet where it's just shit. He has the ball. Once he gets there, it's truly raps. But again, I think they're championship contenders. Not even off of the fact that, hey, OKC, you're the best team and y'all can't beat them. Like, that's alarming. You guys are the best team in the league and y'all played this team 3 times in the span of 2 weeks and you haven't beat them once. Shea said it himself. Hey, we can't call ourselves the best team when we can't beat that 7-foot Frenchman and his guys. You can't. You cannot call yourself the best team with that situation. You can't because you just how can you say that? I don't care what the record is. I don't care what the stats is as a team. I don't care. And the point even strengthens because of the fact that the Spurs are one of the best teams in the league, one of the best teams in the West. I can see if it was a mid-team teams hovering around, I'll say like 7 through 10 seeding, and then they lost to them, or that team beat the Thunder 3 times in a row, which would just be like, what the hell? But you still would say, all right, how are they the best team in the league when they just lost to this mid-team 3 times in a row in the span of 2 weeks? So the fact that it was an elite team that beat the best team in the league 3 times, no, you can't. I'm sorry. OKC cannot call themselves the best teams. And I don't know if we can call the Spurs the best team in the league, though. That's my thing. So there's a lot of basketball left to be played. There's a lot of things left to be proved for many teams. Many teams, many teams. And I just expect it to be an all-out brawl. For the MVP, well, honestly, I hope y'all don't mind me getting to that a little bit. Shea's going to get it again. Jokic might not even be eligible by the time he comes back. He would have to play every game for the rest of the season when he comes back, and then still not be on minute restrictions and still be able to put up MVP numbers. I don't even want to put it in the air, but I don't see Shea running into any, you know what I'm saying? He's a pretty, like I don't even want to talk about it because just putting it in the air, you know? So Shea should get it again if he continues to hoop the way he's hooping, if OKC continues to win the way they're winning. I don't see Wemby or Luka really jumping up into top 2. Well, Luka is automatically top 2 because Jokic has dropped, but I don't see it. Yeah, so Shea will probably get it. But outside of that, it should be a complete dogfight for everything because I don't know who is going to win anything this year. Definitely after the second round. I don't know. Now, regarding the Spurs and what I do see for the Spurs, I see them having a very strong year, finishing top 3. Barred everybody's healthy, granted everybody's healthy, no real issues. I don't see them faltering too much. If you really look at the record, they've lost back-to-back games 3 times, and after those back-to-back games, they ran off another streak of wins. You know, like that's what great teams do. They get smacked in the mouth, maybe drop 2. All right, cool, back to business. Now, they need to minimize that because how do you already have back-to-back losses 3 times and you're one of the best teams in the league? It's kind of crazy. We're not even halfway through the season. So there's some things, but I do think that the Spurs will finish top three in the West. Definitely with Denver Nuggets falling out. I don't think the Rockets are going to get over them. I don't think the Lakers are going to be better than them. The only team I do see being better than the Spurs finishing regular season standing wise is OKC. Because the only team OKC can't beat is the Spurs, and they're not going to play the Spurs too many more times, if more than once again. The Spurs got to see the rest of the league, and as you can see, they struggle against the rest of the league at times. So OKC should finish the number one team in the West in the league. Spurs should finish right behind them. Seeding wise, we'll see who comes out the play-in and gets that seventh spot. Regarding because that can be interesting, but I still see the Spurs getting out of that. Now, like I said, after the first round, beats me. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, the Spurs are going to do this, that, and the third, because shit. They just lost to the Jazz and the Cavs, back-to-back games. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but it is. It is. Championship teams don't fold like that, which is why I said it's wide open. Because who can you really call the championship team? It's going to be a dogfight. I cannot wait to see how this league just turns out, how the rest of the regular season just pans out. It's going to be amazing. It really is. But the Spurs should be very comfortable for the rest of the season regarding everybody staying healthy. So that's my take on the Spurs. May not be the best, but they're up there. I don't know who's the best, though. The next 2 weeks would definitely answer that question. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to the channel. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree. What you think about the Spurs? Do they have a chance? Do they not have a chance? Are they good? Are they not good? Let me know. Let me know what you think. I really appreciate it either way. But yeah, with that being said, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Tune into the next one. I'm out.